While cleaning, the man accidentally bumped into the company's female boss. He got nervous for a moment. He actually sat right on the table, and as a result, the chess game on the table was ruined. The man realized he had messed up. In a panic, he quickly tried to fix the chessboard. Then he left right away. But because of that, he accidentally solved the game the boss had set up. The assistant was shocked, because the game the boss had arranged had left top players struggling for 3 days without a solution. The boss was pleasantly surprised. She wanted to know who had solved the game, but because the scene was chaotic, there was no way to know exactly who it was. To find out who solved it, the boss immediately checked the company's security footage. She saw that only the man had touched the chessboard, but she couldn't be sure of his true ability, because the man's identity was just a janitor at the company. To test him, the boss had her assistant deliver an invitation to a chess tournament. But what the boss didn't expect was, although the assistant handed the invitation to the man misunderstood it as a request for him to clean the tournament venue. Soon it was the day of the tournament. The man showed up on time, but as soon as he entered, he started cleaning the place. Unexpectedly, he ran into the boss again. What surprised him even more was, the boss handed him some gold coins and told him to join the competition. It turned out the tournament was organized by the boss, and the purpose of it was to select the 3 strongest players to join her in challenging the mysterious Chess Academy. Because 3 years ago, the Chess Academy, in order to suppress her, planned the kidnapping of her younger brother. The only way was to challenge the Academy's dean, William. If she could defeat William, her brother would be freed. The man, unaware of this, didn't want to expose his identity by competing, because 3 years ago, he was the real dean of the Chess Academy, and William was only his younger brother. Back then, William schemed to seize power by plotting to kill him. But the man survived unharmed, because he was tired of power struggles. So he took the chance to hide his identity and live as an ordinary man. Therefore, the man wanted to refuse the boss. But unexpectedly, the boss's suitor, Tom, misunderstood that the boss liked the man. He nitpicked the man's identity, mocking him as just a janitor, saying he wasn't worthy of competing, that this was a competition only for people of their class. The man couldn't stand Tom's attitude, his arrogance, so he immediately challenged Tom. Since there weren't enough players, the wealthy girl Laura and the boss joined to make up the numbers. The match soon began, but unexpectedly, the boss revealed her true purpose for holding the tournament. What shocked the man even more was, the boss had once been engaged to him, and all these years, she never gave up searching for him. The man hesitated, and at that moment, Tom, wanting to beat the man, actually ordered his men to peek at the man's cards. Such a childish trick was obvious to the man. So soon, Tom realized he couldn't see the man's cards anymore. Laura grew suspicious, because no matter what cards the man drew, good or bad, he kept them. Before the man could explain, Tom insisted that the man clearly didn't know how to play. But the man only smiled faintly, without further explanation. After drawing another card, he stood up and told the boss he could go with her to challenge the Chess Academy. Then he left. The man's actions left Laura puzzled. She immediately checked his cards and found out he had actually won. The boss was overjoyed. The next day, she brought the group to challenge the academy. But to meet William, they first had to pass through 3 trials. The first trial was to compete against 3 professors. Only by winning could they advance. The man wanted to go first, but Tom stopped him. Since he believed, as a former champion, he was certain he could win. But unexpectedly, he was struggling right from the start, because Professor Ruth kept making phone calls, distracting Tom. And while Tom wasn't paying attention, she swiftly swapped out her bad cards. The man noticed Ruth was cheating, but he didn't plan to warn Tom. Tom grew more anxious, because the middle professor, Alice, played very slowly to wear down his patience, and the last professor, Jack, kept talking to Tom on purpose. Soon, Tom lost to all 3 professors. The man saw through the professor's plan. He explained to everyone, Ruth was distracting Tom, Alice was draining his patience, and Jack was coordinating with them, not giving Tom any chance to win. So when Laura went up, she wore earplugs to block out their distractions. But the 3 professors used her deafness to secretly change the rules, causing her to foul right at the start. The boss didn't fare any better. They knew she worried about her brother, so they deliberately talked about him in front of her. As expected, she lost as well. Finally, it was the man's turn. The 3 professors tried the same tricks again. Ruth started calling again, trying to distract him, but the man wasn't affected at all. Even with Alice playing slowly, he had spare time to ask Tom to pour tea. Lastly, Jack. Facing their combined effort, the man had already taken the chance while passing the tea to glance at their cards, so he tricked them into misplaying. Sure enough, the man won the match with ease, and smoothly advanced to the second trial, where they faced Edward, one of the three great chess kings. The moment the man saw Edward, he knew this match wouldn't be won so easily.